Gotta see where we were. Last time I played, we had, I believe it was Lua and Bailey's were having a discussion on how to plan their wedding, and I forgot his name, gave Bailey's advice on the wedding planning. Also, I'm gonna warn now because it almost happened. I could feel it coming and then didn't. I have been sneezing like crazy today. I don't know why. So if it happens, I'm gonna try to mute my mic before it happens. I'm sure we'll be good, but it's been crazy. Pikmin, hey! How's it going? Hi, welcome, welcome. You're alright for the most part. I need to get something to eat, but my kitten, Murray, is sleeping on my lap. Oh, yeah, you don't want to disturb the kitten. It's so funny that, like, people, if a cat's on their lap, they're like, I cannot disturb you. Like, unless you absolutely have to get up. It's going well. How are you doing? I'm doing good. This is not my normal stream times. I usually don't have a set schedule, but since I'm off work this week, I'm streaming during the day more. So usually I stream in the evenings. I'm in Central Standard Time. So typically it's around like 7 Central Standard, or on the weekends. The weekends it's a hit or miss. I need to make a set schedule, I think, though, because my brain doesn't want to ever do it without a set schedule. But we'll see. I haven't come to a conclusion there yet. Yeah, see, same here, actually, which is funny, because I'll stream in the evening, but I usually don't watch any streams in the evening if I don't stream. But I'm off this week, so we get weekday streams all week this week. There we go. Well, not all week, but you know what I mean. Let's see here. Story. I hope the power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much. This is a very slow start. Ah, here we go. Right in the nick of time. Who do we got? Hey! Awesome, okay. Welcome, you two. It's a relief to see you're safe and sound. Hi, Mello. Yeah, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found that 31.245% frightening and 68.755% disasterful. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Even if in reality it should be good night. We find that very strange. The good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because the theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise. Additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally... Amanda? Yes, what is it? I think Mello tried to interject a couple times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Mello. Ah, no, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. The truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of the words. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have a much more painful effect. Indeed. For context, if you do not know who these two are, and you've played Coffee Talk 1, the right-haired one, or the right one, Silver here, was formerly in the similar suit as the left one, and he went by Neil. He now goes by Silver and has taken on a human form, and the person on the left is his sister, Amanda. They are basically foreign aliens that are currently being hunted by the government, and one of those government officials frequents the coffee shop, and we have not exposed them. And they basically operate as sort of like a hive mind, so they've got a lot. When Amanda says we, they are referring to the thoughts in their head, not we as in Silver and Amanda. We see and we agree, and we apologize for interrupting you, Mello. Don't worry about it. Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary, even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the hive will be triumphal. Of course, we do not wish for such things for the glory, but we are still looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalent of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That sounds impressive. Oh, DGA PCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and adventurer. He is deserving of respect. And this mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Oh yeah, I left that part out. They're trying to procreate with Earthlings, or at least Silver is, and which is how come he has now adapted and taken on a human form. Still prospective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Oh, very intriguing. You're always so professional, Mello. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it is like data on individual beings then. Yes, that sounds right. We love gossip. What is wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I mean, I guess it depends on the gossip. And I would love to listen to yours, but at least let me make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yeah. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. A barista? How am I? Oh, you mean the cafe. Yeah, you mentioned you were gonna open one, didn't you? I am after a fashion, but I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Oh, intriguing. I promise I'm not withholding information, Mello, but things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with the drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. That sounds good to me. Then I think it would be something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came to your cafe years ago? Nope. Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was a coffee drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart? Yeah, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. Why can't they just tell me what they want? Does this happen to actual baristas? If it's gonna be bitter... A bitter... What would give a tart taste? Lemon? Hold on, reset. Coffee. Lemon. With 2 lemons, I mean, that would be tart. And it's bitter. This is where they need to give me, like, historically what... Hyde! That was Hyde's name. I don't know why I wanted to call him something else earlier. I never look at these. I probably should. Oh, look! Vampire. Okay, it's like information on him. That's interesting. There's Georgie. Lua. Oh, these are cute. I've never actually looked through these guys. Oh, interesting. There's like updates. Can I like them? What is this? I didn't know I could do this. Hello, Tao. Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to remember a drink here. Interesting. I did not know that function was there. I wonder if it changes the course of the story. We're trying to make a coffee that is bitter and tart. So I was thinking 2 lemons with coffee. I don't know what that's gonna do. How are you doing? Though a latte sounds lovely. I've got myself some black coffee right now. I was gonna get coffee this morning. But, do I have anything I need to give them? No, I don't remember whose tag that is either. I don't remember whose key card that is. Here's your drink, silver, coffee based as you asked. Does he like it? Oh. Is it too bitter? No! Oh. I failed him again. How did you choose this specific earthling appearance over another? Our observations that earthlings come in many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm? Oh no, it wasn't random at all. Even at first it wasn't a conscious process. I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding the world and its rules. But there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes always see beyond the surface. Or Gayla's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed these traits from them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them? Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gayla's fashion I couldn't keep after all. It came with responsibilities. People stop me all the time to ask me for medical advice. That's so funny. Oh, I could see how that would be problematic. Yes, but then I found this fictional universe where all the stories took place in the stars. Ah, I knew it! Okay. So I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. That explains this badge, which is what I was thinking when I saw him come in, but wasn't sure. One morning I saw myself in the mirror and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. Made me feel at peace. So, although I look different from how when we first met, and although I have learned the ways of this world a bit, and have grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different but same. Yes, different but same. It makes sense to us. It really does. Oh, is this Laurel? No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Midge? How many? What is he doing? We think the odds are now 84.308% that she is phantoming you. Do you mean ghosting? We mean phantoming, as in you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon if we want to meet up. Oh, Silver. Sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time to tell you a little bit about this, but we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Okay, what do we got now? Our apologies, but the machine is having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Curious what Earth drink-making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. Oh, it sure is. Do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating. And it's been working really well. On average. There have also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interest, but then when you just say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Horned, that's a new word. Yes. That is when the prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their oh my. Oh shoot, sorry, I was laughing so oh goodness. They're learning the ways of the world for sure. I think it'd be fine after a bit of conversation. At least the ways of the dating world, I guess, online dating. If we get into a mood and they ask me first, I'll probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know? Is this like actual horns though? Because like some people can be succubus. And in this like world they have horns. Like there's fantasy. Like in this case it doesn't sound like the same horns. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Huh. Okay. And then the Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99.908% of the time? Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it's starting to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Her facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to be in favor of the asymmetrical Earthling. Man, imagine if that's how you talk to people. Be like, yeah, I like you, you're asymmetrical. That'd be weird. Oh, such a weird take, but that's funny. Oh, he's going for personality. That's so sweet. That's good, good, good. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return, but she's very funny and curious of everything in her smile. Please desist. We can sense your hormones boiling. Yeah, and she's the person you might be going on a date with? Your features are lopsided. Oh my gosh, imagine sending that message to someone. They'd be like, why'd you swipe? Is it swipe right? I've never used Tinder. They'd be like, why'd you swipe right? Be like, I like your features, they're lopsided. Oh, what a bad, that'd be so bad. Oh, welcome on in, Wheels. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna drink some water. I've been drinking coffee since we started. Do you have a time of day for your date? Nope. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. Now let's see, I missed what Tao said. Been busy with cleaning the house today and sketching some art fight characters. Oh, that's exciting. How's art fight going? Has it actually like officially like kicked off? It started at the beginning of this month, right? So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not? No, we have been enjoying it. But we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected. But earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions. And they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There is so much they must let go of first. We cannot live like that. You said that online networks were like a hive. Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as desire to deeply understand others. I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Even when he was part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he has become such an amazing explorer, and that is why he has made an effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge of what is different from us, but once we have knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing back is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is good that our data readings here should soon be complete. And Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Look at all these good connections. It's begun. The website's barely holding on as people are logging in. I heard about that. I wonder if there's a larger amount of people participating in Art Fight this month. Because I did watch I was watching Kim, who we raided last time. She could not load the page. Like, it took forever. So I just wonder if, like, the servers are getting overloaded and they need to somehow expand their, like, the load. I can't think of the proper term for it, but, like, they can increase the amount of page visits they can get to properly adjust. That way load times are better, but I don't know how all those details work. I just know it's a thing. Amanda, we have to go. What? Again? That call was bad news. The agent... Man, they're getting screwed over every time they visit. Too late. Just hide behind... Too late. Just hide behind the counter, quick. Oh, shoot. Good evening, Mr. Agent. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't whatever this is wait for another night? I haven't finished my drink yet. It looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around? An ID card? Not that I recall, no. Oh, that's right, it's his. Well, you haven't been the most trustworthy element. So I think I'm gonna look around for it, if it's all the same to you. Maybe it's fallen behind the counter? Let me check our lost and found drawer. Would this happen to be it? Seems like an important ID card. Shame if someone were to lose it. Well, well, how astonishing it was there after all. Sounds like my suspicions weren't entirely wrong, were they? It was an honest mistake. Before you make another honest mistake, I'd like you to remember that I'm good at my job. That sounds like a very impressive job you have. What is it you're doing exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? I can't say I have. I don't come here all that often. But it's always seemed very above board to me. Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? It seems that young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are popular videos of them online. That? Maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big of an issue? Well, having unusual elements around will disturb the public peace. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? It makes people feel unsettled. Ah, I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing. At least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Why so? For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who look like who don't look like aliens. What does that mean to you, and where does it stop? What if some Earthlings decide they wanted to look like aliens? That would be a huge mess. Would it? Anyways, the brass insist that we go after them. And in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them. Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day, you know? Oh, but don't worry about a thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe. I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly? That one's easy. I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder though. What is it? And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities and different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle and I see that no two people are alike, I'll admit that it makes me happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel an Earthling at heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in the city than the people in the city that are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an Earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful. You know what? At the end of the day, I don't know, nor do I care all that much. Just trying to get a job done here. But you sure have opinions, don't you? You wouldn't happen to be friends with aliens yourself, would you? Now surely that is. You do know harboring illegal aliens is a crime? What was that? Oh, just the coffee machine. It seems to have restarted now. Whew, that's a relief. Right, this is getting more suspicious by the minute. Stand aside, I'm going to conduct a search. Meow. The heck is this? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it's hiding from another stray. Very cute. It's also irrelevant to the current. Drat. I have an emergency elsewhere. But if either of you think you're off the hook, you're solely mistaken. You'll be hearing from me soon. Meow. 2018 was worse and people couldn't log in for a week. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Agent 47 over here, exactly. Oh, imposter check. Thank you, thank you. Right? Silver's a good bean. I feel bad for him. Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. Thank you. That's funny. I just took a sip of water. I hope that you guys, I don't know if you guys heard that. Hopefully not. But that was like at the exact same time. Crazy, crazy. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. LOL, oh good. Well, we found this experience. 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40% distasteful, 20% scary, and 38% exciting. I apologize, this is just nerves. We're truly sorry for the disturbance. It's not your fault. But should you be sticking around here? The agent might come back. No. I lured him away, at least for now. You did? Although, it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It brought bought us some precious minutes. What sort of earthling are you? Meow. We see. Do you speak cat? We can feel this earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone. I feel all out of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is indeed. Then make us a drink and one for Silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting. And what would you like, sibling? I think I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, comforting drink. I feel like that'd be like hot cocoa, right? Honestly, it's pretty frustrating to see the sort of situation play out with the agent in both a position of power and they don't care. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what makes it Coffee Talk interesting, though. Is like, obviously, in this case, it's handling the topic of illegal aliens and migration, in a sense. But they're doing it through the lens of, like, an actual alien. My cat noises or impressions are very accurate. Well, that's a compliment I never thought I'd have. Oh, I did, well, when I lived with my parents, we have, well, we had, and now they have, 3 cats. So, that could be it. Oh wait, no, not coffee. Whoops, I want hot cocoa. So this'll make it sweeter. He said very sweet, though. Maybe this. It reinforces the— I almost talked like Amanda. I was like, it reinforces the the necessity of compassion. Yes, I agree. Hot cinnamon, honey cinnamon chocolate. I have no idea if they'll like this. I've made like this time around. I've made almost every drink wrong. So here you go, sweet drinks for the 2 of you. Oh, it isn't bad. Okay, well that's better than nothing. Although it could probably be a little sweeter. What? I did max sweetness! Sensation of this is vastly different from what you served us the other night. But it sounds like it will be fine. It sounds like to me the agent's more concerned with like just getting the job done so he can move on to the next thing. Like, his opinion is he doesn't really care. Like, I don't think he cares one way or another, but since his current job is I need to get X done, that's all he cares about, is getting it done versus like the morality of it. I'm impressed though, Silver. You've become quite savvy at navigating these situations, even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them. But I need to get used to them anyways. It does sound like he got suspicious today. That's far from the worst of it. What do you mean? Mello, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yes. Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly like a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been a basis of operations for SAVE. SAVE? Society for Alien and Various Extraterrestrials. Wow, that's cool. I know it sounds reckless. No, it sounds admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see, why I've had to become savvy, as you said. I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning to understand life here and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an I cannot say this word ever, existential matter. There we go. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We have always known you are different from us. It's all the same to us. You are our sibling, whether you live as the hive or as the Earthling. I really do love you. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Okay. That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow. After all, we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. I honestly don't know though. Like, the only reason I try to like talk in broken text and sound like a robot is because they have the beep boop beep sound when they talk. And I actually don't know if this species of alien is supposed to actually sound like a robot when they talk, or if they're supposed to sound like a normal human. But that's why I get that impression from a beep 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 sound that they make when they talk. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.429% depleted. Silver? Is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this, and you've been playing it very well. Ah, you're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. I almost said please don't come again. You're always welcome here. Us and many others. We know we're grateful. Good night, Mello. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs it in my wishes. Good night, Mello. See? Now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that maybe we should continue that while we walk. Alright. Ooh, I'm sorry guys, I hit my mic. Whoops. I think my allergy, like, I don't even really have that many allergies, but I think they're acting up like something bad today. I don't know what happened. Thanks for your patronage. Piss off. Makes me think of, is it Ragnarok? Yeah, Thor Ragnarok, where it's like, piss off, ghost. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Meow. Meow. Oh well, I guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you. That's a big thing. They just like totally like kind of dropped that. I don't remember exactly. After we finished Coffee Talk 1, I did some research because the ending was a bit vague. And apparently if you do something in Coffee Talk 1, you find out that your character is also, I believe, an illegal alien. Like she's related to, or they are related to, Silver, aka was Neil. I don't remember in what regards. But that is the thing you find out. But I don't, like I said, I don't remember in what matter or how or blah blah blah. I'd have to look it back up again and then bring it up next time. We're gonna keep going. I know I'd been doing like a chapter a day, but my goal is to get through this game this week. So here we go. Tuesday, September 26th, 2023. Let's see, we got curbing recent security breaches. Oh my gosh, that's actually a huge thing right now. I don't know, that's, well, man, it's actually, this game almost like, if it was set, you know, like 3 months sooner, apparently there's a software that had, I don't know if it did an update and went down, but basically got breached, and that software is connected to multiple government sites in the US, like government agency groups. And so there's, if you like Google US security breach, you'll see tons of articles right now because hospitals, government agencies, and the likes are all dealing with a breach. Pretty much. Not everyone, but like it's a lot. First Workaholics Treatment Center. I shouldn't laugh, but this is like actually an important thing. That's interesting. A Workaholics Treatment Center. That would be really quite interesting. I mean, I guess it's like what the equivalent of, it's not therapy, it's more of like a way for them to get out of being a workaholic. I always said, I always mention in chat sometimes, maybe not, actually I don't know if I've talked about on Steam or on stream. Can't talk today. I think if it wasn't for the fact that I was married, I may have talked about this last time, I would definitely be a workaholic. I think, not like intentionally though, it's just since I lose track of time so easily, I tend to, I could just keep working and working. And so my husband is the one who tells me to like, hey, it's like time for us to get dinner, or it's time for us to do this. I think if he didn't stop me some days, I could easily work till like 7 and 8 and not have any clue. But I also like my job, so I guess that's a plus. Most days I do, like 95% of the days. Let's see, beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. Interesting. Imagine having a newspaper in 2023. Do they even make newspapers anymore? Like, I don't think I see newspaper, like, boxes anymore where you can, like, buy them. I remember my dad used to always get the newspaper. Like, he'd wake up, and if he didn't have it delivered, he'd go and, like, put the coins in the little box and get his newspaper and bring it back for the day. So it could be, like, a small town newspaper outlet. Wait, something's missing from the drawer? Did I misplace it? Oh no, Georgie's lighter? I thought it was weird that it wasn't in there yesterday. Somehow I feel like it's gonna be a long, long night. Or not. Hey, it's Galo! We haven't seen him in a while. Hello! I don't know why I said it like he could actually hear me. Hey, Mello. How are ya? Not too shabby, I hope. Wait, like 91,000 total or 91,000 on... I don't remember the two different teams. Is it vampire and werewolf? I know that sounds silly, but I feel like that's what I heard. I think I heard vampire or something. Per team. That's crazy. I'm terrible with actor names. Who does who's Steve? Is it Bloom, right? Known for. I know the name. Is this like the Twilight one? Twilight series of vampires versus werewolves. Speaking of werewolves, he's a werewolf. Everything's just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was just here the other day. Oh, that's right. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yep, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yeah, what a nice surprise. Yeah, he's told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So, Hendry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called STMJ, and I'll have a cup of that. Milk, honey, and a couple other stuff. Well, I can't have a couple others because I've only got 3 options. So, milk, honey. If it's... Did I ever make an Indonesian drink? I feel like I might have by accident. I remember doing it in the last game. That's not... This is, I think, an... Yeah, no, that's not Indonesian. People have jokes about Twilight all over again. Heck yeah. Milk, honey, and... Ooh, have a good lurk, Claire. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. What would be an Indonesian flavor? I actually have no clue. So maybe this is like telling me sweet something, milk. Oh, that's where I know his name. It was Cowboy Bebop for sure. That's exactly where I knew his name. I recognized the name, but I could not place him. I just have a feeling it's like ginger. We're gonna try this. And then we'll have to pitch it, I'm sure, because I'll be promptly wrong. Yeah, no. No, that's not it. Maybe it's mint. Oh, well, that's not it. It's gotta be an interesting milk, honey. Could it have something else besides milk as the base? He said milk, honey, and something else. I don't know. I may have to just give him something and... No, I think I literally just tried that. Okay, we're gonna do one more time. Milk, honey... lemon. Hopefully he likes whatever he gets here. Lemony Snippet. Well, I'm sure that was not what he's after. Mello, are you sure this is my drink? Is it wrong? I'm sorry, let me remake it for you. He literally told me milk, honey, and something else. I wasn't sure. I feel like there's very distinct voices and voice acting that I pick up on. Either in anime or video games. Like, I knew the name, but I couldn't place what he was in. But as far as video games go, I've noticed there's been a lot of like repeats in people you'd recognize. Like Matt Mercer is obviously one I would typically recognize. While playing Tears of the Kingdom, I immediately knew I recognized Raru's voice, and it turns out he's voiced by the same person who does Dimitri in Fire Emblem Three Houses. So that's pretty cool. I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little, annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him? Yes. His car? Not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Sorry, I got a text. I was trying to figure out what it was. It was from my parents, so... That's why I went quiet for a minute. I'm doing some design work for my mom, and I haven't started yet. That's the goal this week, to work on it while I'm off. So that's the plan, and she was sending me some more information that would help me formulate a design. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. That car clearly holds some special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. He kept bringing up the past, too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was gonna say homesickness, but I realize that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's the strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days, maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough and you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at us, it throws at you, and decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd grow used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyways. Well, I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Hey! There's our, Oh, I forgot what she was. Shoot. Siren. Our lovely Siren. Hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern. It was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? What the heck is a Russian tea? Guys, you gotta give me more than this. Oh! Interesting. I've never watched Bob's Burgers, but I know the character. Funny enough, I've never watched any of the things you just mentioned. Like, I've never seen Toy Story 3, nor have I seen Gravity Falls or Trixie Triceratops. Very distinct as well, but sometimes I mix her up with... See, I'm terrible with names. I wish I hadn't spent so many redos on Gayla's drink, because now I don't know what a Russian tea is. Tea, honey, and mint. I'm taking a complete guess. No. I guess we got one more try. Tea. I tried honey and mint. Lemon. Well, this is what she gets. Oh, she likes it. No, I don't want to cheat. I just like to. Oh, I got it! Hey, look at that, guys! Amazing! What a guess. Bloggers, exactly. Oh. Russian tea for the lady Russian to deliver. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You are welcome. It's the only drink I've gotten right this entire game. So who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Oh, so that is them meeting up. We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for us to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 a.m. Oh, that's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgotten it altogether. But he replied straight away, to my surprise. Had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Right? I wonder if he ever sleeps. Oh, that should be a question for you too, miss. Anyhow, he answered with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you, did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up to speak with me in person, which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not sure it's quite necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out. Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Oh, I misread the lines. Whoops. Yeah, Zahai's not coming tonight. Probably for the best given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it would become more stable as the days go by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right. You tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hello there. Did you manage to resolve the issues with your children? Your issues with children? Sorry? Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day. Oh, that. For a minute, I thought I had beef with kids I was unaware of. Ah, thank you, Tao. It's weird. It's like you guys know today. I literally just, like, resituated and then the posture check thing came in. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries. That was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes, well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. Oh, while we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection. Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it. Since it's located in a very popular cultured center neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Right. Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd? How? It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you're recalling. A flea market, huh? Last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why, I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. The hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers, and the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sort. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just gonna recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered spot in front of an abandoned library. On a seemingly deserted street within a business area. It has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds about right, except the tree is no longer there. Oh? Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy. I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Mello, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it now for you? No, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it back with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, 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 what's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car had been vandalized. Oh? They got your car too, lady. Oh, shoot, that was Lucas. Whoops. Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where'd you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area expected, or? Pretty much. Same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured, we already increased patrol in that area. Hey, that's great. But I am the only one doing it at the moment. Oh. Oh, that sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, doubting my skill, Mellow? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyways, give me your strongest espresso, Mellow, and don't forget my lighter. Okay, we need espresso. Do we just load it with coffee? I mean, that's not espresso, but it is an espresso in this case. There we go. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Mellow. You probably think I'm being silly. But what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have it with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Oh, perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I'd like something desserty, because it's my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa the other day. It was so thick I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? They don't have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. I think it's probably cinnamon, right? It's either cinnamon or ginger. Like, I know when I've gone to like some coffee shops and they'll have like a they call it like a Mexican hot chocolate, or it'll be like frozen or something. It's always got cinnamon in it, I think. We're taking a guess here. That's not... Well, that's not right. Oh, shoot. This is definitely... Because isn't that the UK flag? Isn't that the right flag? I don't know my flags very well, guys. I might be wrong. Off by a few countries, I was off. Okay. Shoot. He said it was thick cocoa, but he said it had milk. And if it's got a hot spicy kick to it, it can't be ginger, maybe? Ginger's not spicy. I don't think. Britain. There we go. Thank you. I knew I was like, that's not the right flag for sure. But see, it wouldn't be milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. See, mint to me isn't hot. Is ginger a hot ingredient? None of these tell me hot or spicy. Is there something else I've made that was spicy? I guess none of these are probably labeled. See, that's what I was thinking, the ginger maybe? I don't like ginger, so that's why I'm not very good at identifying it. It's the only drink I think I've made with ginger in it. Well, he gets this if he, hopefully he likes it. We did it! The Spanish Sahara! Hey, check that out. Look at that. Teamwork. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, that's what it's called? That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then bon appetit. Mmm. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Mello. You're welcome. Look, we got a full table today. So, Pops, just earlier you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it. Maybe it's because it's just a tad too spooky. Even for me. Well, what happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. The more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You've got a point there. It could be, though, that Georgie's also the only human amongst these four, because Gayla's a werewolf, he's a satyr, and she's a siren. Y'all were talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about a half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots, a fence here and there, and an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. I actually have no idea either now. I had just figured that was the best reasoning I had for it. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So, when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why, what's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, could it be there was something more to the tree than just, well, being old? Think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. Are you expecting something from me, Mello? Huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyways, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars are parked there overnight at most. Which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. Dun dun dun. Sorry, I had to do that. Oh, hold on. Oh, what's the stage setup? Phew, there you go. Okay, we're gonna take a quick drink break before we hear we hear Georgie's story. So, I'm gonna switch to be right back. I'm gonna run 2 minutes worth of ads to turn off the pre-roll ads, and then we will hear the rest of Georgie's story. So, be right back. Okay, I'm back. And pre-roll ads should be off for 40 minutes now almost. So that's good. Time to hear what Georgie is got for us here. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaces across the street and 2 on the opposite corner side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round just to make sure everything was okay. And just a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas was another night job well done, right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side and 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you. In the span of less than 10 minutes. That's so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools. Yeah, that would be crazy. But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the street lights went out and suddenly all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. I love the face they gave Lucas. Oh. Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something. But the videos weren't clear at all, and I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool, though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Mello, I think I want another drink. All that talking made my throat dry and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that, what would you like? What would you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? The hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I'd like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. So hibiscus, ginger. See, this is what they need to do. This is perfect. See, we can work with this. Yeah, I guess that's it. Is that the Indonesian one? I don't know Indonesian language. I apologize. I'm not familiar with any of their language. Nope, it doesn't say anything about what, like, country that originates from. 1 piping hot te jahe. I'm so sorry, language that I'm butchering. Rosella for you. What does that mean? Jahe means ginger, and te means tea, and Rosella is roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see, a legit herbal drink. Spicy but perfect for the weather. Good call, Mello. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join in your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a second, kid. What do you mean by ghost? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure they can be any use at all, but... Officer? Are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often left remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct? Right. They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh? I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort these things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards peace. But it oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was that all before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as like not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come and take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that's exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of that crime was that tree, standing there where there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a wealthy individual. Oh. Correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paperwork trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't there? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. Oh, she's a banshee, not a siren. Whoops. That would make more sense. Sirens are like mermaids. Oh, jeez. So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat with no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes, and that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Eddie, welcome on in. How are you doing? Happy time zone. Oh, Tao, it is an Indonesian drink. I wonder if that's what Gayla actually wanted. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. I better go as well. I've got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately, that is why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. Really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It's quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. Isn't that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gayla. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Mello. Take care. Ooh, you're doing all right. I'm glad to hear. I'm doing good. So I'm off this week. And so we're trying to get through Coffee Talk 2. And then we're going to work on starting a new game and also come up with like some additional side games to play on the channel. So I'm going to, sometime today, I've been trying to think about what games I'd want to play. And so I'm going to drop a poll in the Discord today and probably drop one on Twitter as well. And see what people are thinking about. But I don't know for sure, but my goal is to try to stream, I think today, Wednesday, and Thursday, for sure. If not Wednesday, it'll probably be Friday. It really depends, because I'm trying to plan a couple hangouts with like my parents, and then also hang out with one of my friends, and so depending on their schedules will depend on it, but they'll be in the afternoon because I'm off. Ooh, you're talking about the oh shoot, Unrailed, right? That could be fun for a day. Let me think about it, because I guess we'll see where we get with Coffee Talk. There is a multiplayer game called Unrailed, and it's kind of hectic, but basically you work together to build a train track for a train that is consistently moving. So the train never stops moving. And you have to like chop wood, get some rocks, and build the train rails for it. And the further you go along, the terrain changes and introduces new obstacles. It's basically chaotic multiplayer. Like if you've played like Overcooked or something like that, where it's just kind of chaos, but it's fun. It's on those, along those lines. A couple friends of mine and I played it one time. It was so funny because we tried it on the hardest difficulty and it was so chaotic. Like, it was so bad. We did terrible, but it was so funny because I was like in literal tears. I was laughing so hard because that's how much chaos it was. Good call. Yeah, you gotta keep the train cool with water. You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. Oh, you don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding, Mello. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Ooh, okay. I'll order something for you, may I? Sure. She's like, I guess. Mello, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video, and it looked perfect for Our Lady. Yeah, what is it? It had a blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. Well, you don't get... I like how they tell me how much mint, but like I can't control the volume here. Yeah, the biomes. That's what I meant. I should have said biomes and I said terrain. But terrain is also correct, but biomes is also very correct. Ooh, this is pretty. Here you go, miss. From the man sitting right beside you. Oh. It looks nice, very pretty. I like it, thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, Mello, it looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm happy you both enjoyed it. But man, the whole case earlier though, it was a lot to take in. Also about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? 'Cause I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason you wanted to become a soprano, why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh. Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to entirely certain about that myself. Oh, now that's what you call huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I have an idea of why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was that of a sorbet aria, and she was not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? Oh, I mean she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts, hence sorbet aria. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of the show or something. Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't old enough. She wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera. But hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So, I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do. I agree. I have never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, and wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that's been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful, yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Mello? Oh, good, no comment. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, see? Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere thanks to my dad. Oh. We weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us, for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't ever enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older brother had recently moved out by the time I hit high school. Oh, bros, not even brother. I was so surprised when my dad gave me a house after he died. Oh. Which is where my mom and siblings live now. Sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. Anyways, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanted a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That's why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know? This was my first time venturing into another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this is even going to be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. It's just... really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. Yeah, they're a thing. Especially like, if I remember correctly, that's essentially what, and I don't watch them very often, but like Valkyrae and Sykkuno, like that group, I believe, were all in like a shared living, like lived in the same apartment house building and did content creation. I think that a bunch of them have moved now. I don't know though. I know I've seen about a couple of them moving, but like they used to, I think, all live in the same place kind of thing. Yeah, and that tea looked really good, didn't it? I don't think I don't know if I don't think I would like that. Like, I get it from a Bill's standpoint though. Maybe I would. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I think if I was like single, I wouldn't mind living with a group of artists in a house and us all make content that way. So I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad. They live under a contract with a super. Oh, well, that's not good. Never mind. I wouldn't like that. I just assumed it was a group of friends that living together. Okay, see, that sounds terrible. I would much rather have control over what I do. But you see, we were all content creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all-around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't scourge me at all much, but by the way, I mean, I also learned a lot, not gonna lie. Still. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked in the end. No disagreements there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great, would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yeah, I almost ended up losing sight of why I had been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to just justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's gonna be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first. Sorry guys, I had to mute for a second. I think if you were in stream the other day, I had two mice, right? I have my ergonomic mouse, and then I have another gaming mouse that has a much better scroll wheel. And my husband had to borrow my gaming mouse for work, and so he was bringing it back to me. And yeah, so that's what that was. So now I have both mice again. Anyways, let's see, where were we at? Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money to use at the moment, so... wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure, though. How does the show work? Wait, well, who are we giving a shout-out to? To crank as much click... Oh, sorry, I'm catching up on your, I missed it, sorry. Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet. But ideally it'd have to be like an interview at first, and then I'll record you singing. I'll bring all the gear. I'll also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do. But I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about the haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. I'm flattered. But no thank you. Okay. Thank you for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time, Mello. Sorry if I bored you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I have to go. See you around. Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Mello. Come again soon. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years. I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Mello. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always been a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. And we'll see. We'll be waiting as always. Safe trip, Miss Fiona. And have a good night. I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Okay, hold on.